Shalom, everyone. Uh, about the video that we just did on May 14th, Tuesday of 2024, uh, there were some misunderstandings about the day Yeshua arose because some of you were thinking about the Gregorian calendar, which begins its day at midnight. Yah's calendar is different. It doesn't begin its day at midnight. Yah's calendar begins its day at the dawn. So each day in the line of looking at the day from Pesach until the resurrection of Yeshua is different than you would look at it from a Gregorian calendar perspective. So we're going to go look at it from the calendar of Yah perspective and try to get things where it's much easier for you to see. Now, at midnight in the Gregorian calendar, there's no day at all. It's still dark. It doesn't become day until dawn occurs. That is when a day begins, according to Yah. And let me bring you back to the calendar of Yah and go over the days from Pesach until the resurrection of Yeshua so I can explain it to you with the thought in mind that the day starts at dawn. It will make everything clear and easier for you to understand. Okay, moving up Yah's calendar, and of course, Pesach is on the 14th. Let's go back to the night before, on the 13th, where Yeshua had his last supper with his Talmudim. And sometime after the Last Supper, they went to the Garden of Gethsemane. Yeshua went to pray, and he prayed, and maybe that took quite a while for him to pray as he did. And then sometime, maybe around midnight or so, the Sanhedrin came with a small militia and with clubs and torches and swords and came to arrest Yeshua. We don't know exactly the hour he was arrested, but we know that it was the hour in the middle of the night. And then the next morning, by the time the middle of the day approached, Yeshua had already been convicted and sentenced to death, death on a tree, death on a stake, if you will. And so from the 12th, from the third hour, third hour, Yeshua was put on the stake. And then at the 6th hour, darkness came upon the face of the earth and lasted for 3 hours. And at the end of that 3 hours, at the 9th hour, Yeshua had died. And the time of his death was approximately 3 p.m. our time. So it was the 9th hour in the biblical time, and then 3 o'clock in the afternoon, our time. So they took him down from the cross. There was not enough time to take him and have him put in the tomb and be able to anoint him with spices. So they would have to wait until a time that was allowed for them to give him the spices and anoint him. And unfortunately, well, the next day was the 15th, and that is the weekly Shabbat, and this was a high Shabbat. And the following day is first fruits, which is also a day of sacrifices to Yah. So it's not allowed for anybody to anoint the dead in the graves on the 16th because it's a Shabbat. So they were all awake and ready to go to the tomb, and they made their journey to the tomb. And before the 17th, before the dawn of the 17th, Yeshua arose, and the angel came down. There was an earthquake, a great earthquake. The angel came down, the messenger came down and rolled away the stone from the entrance to the tomb, not to let Yeshua out. He had already gone through, but because he wanted those who came to the tomb to be able to see inside that Yeshua, his body was not there, that he had risen just as he had said. So you've got day 1, that's a day and a night. Day 2, Shabbat on the 15th, a day and a night. Day 3, the 16th, also a Shabbat this time, a day and a night, because all night long he was in the tomb until just before the dawn. And just before the dawn, there was a great earthquake. Yeshua arose from the dead. And a messenger of Yahweh came down and rolled away the stone to show that Yeshua was no longer there. Well, I hope this short addendum clears your minds and hearts about the 3 days and 3 nights that Yeshua was in the earth before arising from the dead, just before the dawn of the 17th day of Aviv. May Yah bless you each and every one. Shalom, shalom.